Hey guys, Blink here again. This time I'm going to be rambling on about Valkyria Chronicles 4. It's a game that was developed and published by Sega across everything from the PS4, Xbone, PC, to even the Switch. If you're curious, all the footage in this video was captured from the Nintendo Switch version. If you liked the video, please be sure to leave a like, comment your opinions, share, and to most importantly subscribe for more subpar at best content. Roll the clip!
Better off without you.
That was the day we enlisted. At last, we had something to believe in, something worth fighting for. None of us yet knew, we couldn't foresee what this war would cost us. It was a battlefield, but it was where we grew up.
You'd think that with this we'd get some sort of dark, ominous vibe throughout the whole game, but nope. We're greeted to this beautiful, lighthearted introductory scene showing off the game's canvas engine. We're introduced to the first two members of the main cast right away, Claude Wallace and Raz. I forget Raz's last name, or full name at that. Claude is shown writing in his diary when he accidentally drops his pen on Raz, waking him up. With just a few sentences, you can easily pick up that the two of these guys are really close friends. Claude Wallace is our main character for the game. We view the story of the Second European War through his eyes, or rather his diary. Claude is not your typical loud and obnoxious shonen main character though. He's calm and collected and is a master strategist, thanks to the aid of his weird ability known as Wind Whisper, which allows him to notice slight changes in the weather, and he constantly uses that as an advantage in sticky situations he gets himself and the rest of Squaddy into against the imps. He's a very well written character, as well as the rest of the cast. He goes through numerous ordeals that constantly put his wits and mental well-being through hell, but he manages to overcome everything that comes his way, seamlessly growing his character progression to new heights. The Claude we get at the start versus the endgame Claude is astoundingly different, in a good way. Speaking of the typical annoying shonen main character trope, that role is successfully filled by our best friend Raz. You add on a sprinkle of perviness and you got my favorite character for the whole game. Raz complements Claude's character very nicely in a sense that they're complete opposites. Raz speaks his mind. Doesn't matter if you're at the top of the military ladder or at the bottom, he'll tell you to kiss his ass if you rub him the wrong way. But he's not like that throughout the whole game, because I feel like if he was, he'd probably be the most hated and simply for being annoying. He has his moments where he showcases his redeeming qualities when in dire situations or when his comrades need cheering up. He's a type of loyal companion everyone needs. Then there's Kai, aka Best Girl, aka Big Buns, aka Best Sniper in the game. She completes our trio. She is a stern young woman of few words, or at least that's how it starts. As the cast naturally gets closer and bonds throughout the war, she opens up more and goes through her own character development arc. The story writers are damn good with the plot twists. Not gonna reveal anything obviously, but I was constantly getting played, not only with her character but with others. I was constantly switching back and forth from thinking I hate a character only to find out it was purposely set up that way, until their true intentions appear as something completely different a few chapters down the line. And as for the last one I consider to be a part of the main cast, has all the plot. Riley the Grenadier. Riley, along with the other three, all hail from the same hometown, Hoffen, which is also the name of the tank Claude and Miles operate. And if that isn't a big enough coincidence, they were all also childhood friends. Crazy how they all magically just ended up on the same squad, right? Claude and Riley come from the richer side of town, while Kai and Raz are children of the slums. Riley is very knowledgeable about the world's power source, Ragnite, thanks to her father, who was a top researcher and engineer on the subject. In the beginning, when she's first introduced, she's very mean to Claude due to some specific events that happened in her childhood before they all grew apart, then later rekindled their relationship in the war. These events are later unfolded throughout the story. She starts off as an easily unlikable character, but just as the others, she's put through numerous ordeals, constantly pushing her to rely on others and warming up to them eventually. These writers are freaking mad geniuses, constantly toying with your emotions, ultimately leaving you with a sense of satisfaction and happiness, truly making you feel immersed in the world. I mean, I was screaming at the end, hyped up as if I was there with them. It was that good. Valkyria Chronicles 4 plays very similar, if not the same, just accompanied by a few new additions. There are a total of 6 character classes. There's the Scouts, Shock Troopers, Engineers, Lancers, Snipers, and the addition of a new character class, the Grenadier. There's also the standard tank that Claude uses, and the APC carrier, which can carry infantry units farther. It's best used for classes that only travel short distances. Scouts can cover the most distance in a single turn, but make up for it with the lack of ammo. Shock Troopers serve as the counterpart to Scouts in the sense that they travel an average distance as all the other classes, but the main difference is their huge clip size, allowing for more damage. Engineers pretty much serve as the healing class. Engineers pretty much serve as the healing class in the game. They can travel far distances just like Scouts, but they aren't very useful for combat. I definitely wouldn't be ballsy enough to pit them against a Scout. Their main purpose is to revive fallen allies with Ragnade revival pills and restore damaged tanks on sight. Lancers are human tanks. They're heavy and slow but pack quite a punch. Pretty much if the Hoffen can't get to a certain tank, the Lancer's there to back it up and take out tanks as well. Snipers are, well, I mean snipers. They can 360 no scope you from anywhere.
I dare to summon my Felguard. Bow to my demon! Ha 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 ha! You and your Felguard can suck my D. Yeah. Oh, headshot! You just got no scope. Yeah.
Grenadiers are the new class in the game. They can't travel far and die freaking fast if you put them in the middle of a shock trooper or two, but they make up for it with their crazy powerful explosives and ridiculous range. Keep in mind that the only other Valkyria game I've played is the first one, so as you're typing your comment with intentions of flaming me, not knowing about the previous character classes in the other games, I hope you got up to this point and realized that I'm completely oblivious to the rest of the series. There's also little additions in the HQ section. There's the training area where you can level up your classes, increasing their base stats, such as attack, defense, HP, etc. There's the R&D facility where we can upgrade every piece of equipment, be it guns, armor, or tank and ship parts alike. The mess hall where we can get little side skits of extra character interaction, but it's constructive in a way to where each skit has an end goal of teaching you a new command you can use on the battlefield, but that's only available if you have enough experience points to actually pay for that new skill. And there's also the command room where you can adjust your squad members, set up and equip your new wares. Every so often we're awarded with new weapons and medals that can add a level of depth and interactivity in the game. The weapons we're awarded, however, can't just be equipped to everyone in the same class though. We're only allowed to use the amount we're gifted, giving the player the opportunity to think wisely and strategize who'd make the best use of the gifted equipment. There's also a lot of neat side content that keeps you playing a lot longer, like the side stories of certain squad members. So if on their character trait it says that they're friends and you use them long enough in battles, you unlock side stories which can give you extra character interactions. If you weren't quite satisfied with the more than enough that's in the main story, there's side stories that can develop characters even more, which I thought was a really neat thing that shouldn't have been added. Well, not shouldn't have been, but didn't need to be. It was a nice little touch that the developers left us with.
Dear God.
I already said this multiple times throughout the video, but these freaking writers are gifted geniuses. This game deserves a lot more attention. It's a neat hidden gem on every console, and if you're a lover of JRPGs like I am, I'd say it's a must-own game. Even if this style of gameplay isn't your cup of tea, don't be afraid to slap that baby on easy mode. Just enjoy the story for what it is. It's that good. It can easily be beat in around 30 hours or so. So if that's a good thing to you, go buy it. What are you doing still listening to me?
Teabag, teabag. You like that, you little pervert?
Balls out of my face, dude.
Again, this has been Blank. Let me know your thoughts on the video. I'd love to hear them. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.